Murphy Gray Hunter, and it is Tuesday afternoon. It's August 6th, and it's about 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, it just worked out that way. Really, wasn't trying to summon the devil or anything. I'm so thirsty. It is so hot outside. I don't know if it's Africa hot or like just like hot or Africa hot or lava hot. Not sure, but any of those, no, I think I'll stay inside today. And that's what I've done all day. It's been so hard for me to get up and get going because I stay up at night. And yeah. So tomorrow I'm getting my butt up at 7:30 because I have stuff to do here at home. Tomorrow is Witchy Wednesday. Now, before I show my little collection here, I take one day out of the week where I just stay in my witchy room. Now, that does not mean that I only pick one day to be witchy. Let's not get it twisted, sister. No, I'm witchy all the time. From the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. You know, so it's not like I only pick one day a week to be witchy. It's just that's the day that if I'm making any kind of like loose herbs, blends, or salt baths, or doing any spell work, or doing anything that I need to do, even reorganizing, dusting, cleaning, or just spending time in here. That's my Witchy Wednesday, where I do a lot of my stuff. Or if I need to go harvest, that's the day I go do that. You got to put time aside to do these things because they're time consuming and you want to have fun doing them. Okay, that's all I have to say about that. Forget it. I was trying to get a hair off of my, it's just going to live there. So I made a video showing how I collect or recycle jars. I recycle so many jars, like, you know, the chicken Alfredo or the Alfredo sauce. My family eats a lot of Alfredo, especially Jay. Jay loves chicken Alfredo with peas. Loves it, loves it. So I always buy this particular brand. And I always get 5 jars because they eat a lot of it. And so Jade likes to, if I made it on Monday, she'd eat it all week. As long as there was leftover, she'd eat it. It's her favorite food. That and spaghetti. And so she likes for me to make little Tupperwares and then, you know, have it all ready. So I'll just pop it in the microwave. So I always make sure I buy about 5 jars. So literally I'm buying about 10 jars a month of that. So I had a lot of jars, and that's what I used to do all of that yesterday, or when I made that video yesterday. And I have some of those up here with other stuff. But, or like if I make a homemade dressing, I use those to put it in there. Or since my husband is home now, he eats bacon. Ugh. So the oil that comes from that, I pour it into the jars because we have a septic tank and that septic is more sensitive than my stomach. So it's going in a jar. I never put grease down your sink. Never, never, never. So anyway, and I do find a lot of ways to repurpose my jars, but my bottles, I don't really find a lot of ways to reuse a lot of my bottles. I do use some, but not a lot of them. When my grandmother on my maternal side, she used to collect bottles. And I remember as a child, I would go stay the summer with her. And she had these old, these older houses. I love older houses, minus the spooks. And the creepy floors and the creepy, well, we are in Texas. We don't really have basements here or attics. I mean, we have attics, but not functional attics. And most houses don't have basements. Thank goodness, because they're so creepy. Anyway, where was I going with this? Anyway, she had a big dining area, and in the corner, she had like this little nook with shelves, right? That kind of went across horizontal. It's vertical, horizontal, whatever, you know what I mean, across. And she had a bunch of bottles. And back in the day, they used to make beautiful, beautiful bottles. I mean, the bottles, a lot had etching in them. I call it etching, but I'm sure there's another word for it. You know how they had little, y'all feel me? Little things in them. And I'll show you in a minute what I'm talking about. The bottles that were made back in the day were beautiful. Just think about like the milk bottles that we used to get. The milkman would come with the bottles. I remember when I was little, we had a milkman that came with the milk bottles. Yep. But, you know. Anyway, so she had so many, just a range of colors and shapes. And I remember I would help her clean them like weekly, take everything down, and she would have like this rag that smelled like vinegar all the time, right? But now I know she used to clean it with hot water and vinegar, and they would shine so pretty. So when the light would beam in from the dining area window that was straight across from her bottle collection, it would just shine so many pretty colors because of all the color of the bottles, right? And so when she had to move from her house to an apartment in Austin, because like an older community, because she was by herself, she had to get rid of all her bottles. And you know, she was so sad that she had to get rid of them. And of course, like many buttholes, I was like, why is she so upset? They're just bottles, like serve no purpose. They're empty and we don't have to clean them anymore, right? I was a straight ass because I didn't know why she wanted them. I was like, come on, Grandma, you gotta let go of the bottles. And I wish I would have like kept, you know, most of them. Anyway, now that I'm not a butthole, I understand, you know, why she wanted these bottles. I'm sorry, Grandma, I'm sorry. Yeah. So when I collect the bottle, I'm like, this is for you, Grandma, I'm sorry. I'll clean them every week. And I do. I clean them with vinegar and hot water like she did. And so she's probably like, ooh, girl, I try to tell you. But, yeah. So I buy a lot of bottles and I always look at them and think, I'm going to put this in it. I'm going to put this in it. And of course I never do. But a lot of them I do repurpose. So let me show y'all some of my favorite bottles. And I know a lot of witches repurpose jars and repurpose, you know, bottles. It's such a great way. Someone on my YouTube left a comment from the jars that I showed here, the witchy herb tip, about how as witches, we really do help the planet because we're recycling in our own way. You know, we are recycling because we are reusing the bottles and jars and containers. And I mean, there's just so many jars of pickle jars, and there's a lot of great plastic. So not just glass. There's a lot of great plastic containers out there. So there's definitely, you know, like the what is that lemonade? Hubert's. I'm gonna call it Hubert's. I think that's the one that my daughter gave me. I bought a few of those, and those have really pretty bottles, and I save those bottles as well. I have in my pantry downstairs, I have one whole shelf that's nothing but empty jars, like jelly jars. Just all kinds of jars and bottles. I have a lot of wine bottles too. Not sure what I'm going to do with those, but I don't want to throw them away until I figure it out. Anyway, so let me show you my bottles that I have. I'm going to show you some of my favorite. So I got this great big one from my aunt. She, I told you how she's a reseller, and she gave me, I bought this from her for, it was either $4 or $2. I can't remember. Has a little top here. This is heavy. I freaking love it. Not sure what I'm going to use it for, right? Like, what kind of moonshine was in here, right? There's a whole bunch of moonshine in here. And so I'm not sure. I thought about collecting rainwater in here to use, you know, for my altars, because I do collect rainwater. Now, a little tip on collecting rainwater: you obviously cannot put a glass outside because it takes forever. Like, how many drops? Unless it's like oh, you know, you're gonna collect. But I collect water from our gutters on the side of the house. We have like 4 gutters, and I just go put a gallon there when it's raining. I just go outside, unless it's like you know, like that kind of storm, and I put it under, and it fills up quickly. I'm not drinking it, so it doesn't matter, right? And I collect that because I can use it for my plants, and I can also use it for my altars. I can use it if I'm making some type of like enchanted water or something. My bangs are getting on my nerves. I'm not used to having them. I'm going to put a bobby pin and stick on top of my head. Trying something new, trying something new. Anyway, so that's what I was thinking about using this one for, but it's so pretty, right? Ugh. Okay, then I bought another one from her, and this one she wanted 10, but she gave it to me for 5. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? I was about to say putrid. And beautiful. That's no. Isn't that pretty? Look at the little flowers. Ooh. Don't drop it. This is really heavy. And it's got one of these. Just this itself, it's beautiful, right? Reminds me of those perfume bottles that you... Yeah, that's what that reminds me of. I don't know, I'm sure some expensive bubbly should be kept in this instead of that 50-cent peasant wine that we drink. No, I don't even drink alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. I did try to be an adult the other night with my husband. That was Sunday night. I tried to be a big girl, and I tried to have some drinks with my husband. I had 2 drinks with him, and let me tell you, the way he made those drinks, I swear they're the devil, because I couldn't taste them. They tasted nothing like, they tasted like juice. He put like Ciroc peach. What is that other one called? Triple sec. And some juice by Dole. It's so good. It's pineapple, apple, and mango. I was like, ooh, I like me this Hawaiian punch. Yeah, I had too many of those. And I don't drink, so it doesn't take long for me to start seeing spots. Yeah, so, but I just told my husband, I can't be a lush with you. My husband is into wine now. And so, you know, we'll have like people over and like, you want to have some wine? But I don't know what I'm going to use this for. Again, this is just so beautiful. I just love that. Okay, now, let me show you the ones that I bought from the dollar store. I think most of you guys have bought these. I bought these from the dollar store, and aren't these beautiful? These bottles came in white, well, clear, not white, clear, blue, green, and red. For $1, they have a cork on them, and they're glass. They're not super heavy, but they're beautiful, right? So I got one in this shape. I got a clear one. This is what I meant, like these type of things in the glass. I don't know what those are called, like this type of design. One of you smarties tell me. Not that I'm dumb, it's just that I don't know what that's called. Like, Murphy, that's dumb. No, I don't know what that's called, like whatever design. There's a name for this when you have designs on glass. I know I can't think of it. And you would think I would know because my daughter's boyfriend is a glass maker. You'd be like, how did you not know that? Sorry, I don't. Anyway, so it comes in clear in this shape. Then in green, look how pretty this one is with the cork on it. They all have corks. For $1. I went and I bought so many of them. These were last year. This is another shape like that clear one, but in red. So they have them in all different, like they have red ones and blue ones in this shape. You just pick whatever shape you want and they have them all. Now, someone said they had an orange one. I did not see an orange one in my dollar store. But every year they have these. And I don't know what month they have them. So I just, when I go to the dollar store, I just randomly look. And they really don't know either. Because I remember asking that girl, when are you going to get more of these bottles? Is this the only time you're going to have them? Because I needed to know, do I need to come back here with a box and get all of them? And she's like, no, we don't know what we're going to get, you know, until we get it. So I'm like, either she's just telling me that or she just really doesn't know. She's just like, I just clock in, do what I got to do, and I get the hell on. So, you know. But, so yeah, I don't know what so here was my thought. I could make an oil. I can make a rosemary oil when I'm cooking, right? Make some oil because my husband there's certain foods that I cook for my husband that requires oil. So I'm like, I can make some rosemary oil, right? Then I thought, I can make some chili oil, right? And then I started thinking like, well, I know that if you put fresh rosemary in oil, you have to use it, fairly soon, right? Otherwise, I think it becomes kind of like toxic. And I'm like, not trying to kill him or make him sick. And then I'm like, what am I going to make chili oil? My husband hates spicy foods, and so do I. So I'm like, no, that's not going to work. So they sit up here by my front window where the light shines through, and they look beautiful. Then I have some right here on top next to my witchy hat and Wonder Woman. And then I thought, and this one I said, I can put some rainwater in here or some holy water in here, right? I don't know. I mean, I do collect waters. Don't get me wrong. I do collect waters, for different spell work. But, okay, so then here's a bottle that I repurposed from our adult time the other night. This beautiful Ciroc peach bottle. I like it because look at the color. It's so pretty with orange. And I'm sure... yeah, this could come off right here, this plastic piece. This would stay. But this part that says Ciroc and the instructions in the back that says, well, whatever this says in the back, like, this is poison, it could kill you. All this comes off. I would have to get something to take it off if I just want the bottle itself. Which I might. I might put my husband on that. But it's not really an important thing at the moment. But then again, like I said, who cares that it says Ciroc? Who's going to see it other than me? So I thought about making an oil in here that I use a lot of. I do use a lot of road opening oil. Because I do a lot of road opening spells for my family, for my friends, myself. So I'm thinking about making this for road opening. I washed it. Doesn't smell like death anymore. So, and he has one that's yellow for the pineapple, and he has one that's green. I don't know what the green one is, lime or whatever. I don't know. But you can repurpose. If you're a lush like my husband, he doesn't hardly drink. He doesn't hardly ever drink. But sometimes we like to be grown-ups, So if you drink wine or drink alcohol, or if you have a friend who drinks alcohol or wine, ask them to save the bottles for you because they're really pretty and you really could repurpose them and use them for so many things. Like even if you yourself eat a lot of like products that need oil, or you make your own homemade dressings. I mean, how pretty to keep it in a bottle. Everything tastes better in a bottle, I swear. So you can make your own dressings if you eat a lot of salad, or whatever, keep this in the fridge. It's just, they're too pretty to throw away, you know what I mean? Okay, and that's probably what I could use some of these big ones for, because I do make my own dressings, but since I'm the only one who eats it, that's a lot of dressing. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I normally make my dressings like fresh for that day. Like if I'm going to make an avocado lime dressing, I make it that day for whatever I'm eating, because then I don't eat another whatever I'm eating, for I don't know how long. So, okay. Then I bought this one from my aunt's shop also. Isn't that cute? And it's just a pretty bottle. I think I bought this from her for $1 or $2. Isn't that pretty? It's like a wand. What is it? What is that stick from that Bring It On? The cheer stick? You drop the cheer stick. Or it could be like, so Christmassy, right? Yeah, I don't know, right? I'm such a hot mess. And I literally just have this sitting on my desk on my table here as decoration because I think it's so pretty. I think I inherited my grandmother's love for bottles. Oh, Lord have mercy, I almost dropped it. Okay, hold on. Jesus. All right, it's better. But you know what? As witches, there's things that we collect. Bottles, jars, and freaking spirals, notebooks, journals, pens, stickers. We need all that, right? We need it all. Okay. And when I was at Goodwill, I bought this one. This one was, I can't see it, $1.99. Doesn't seem like it's kind of dark in here, but it is. I bought this white here. It goes on my phone. I think I showed y'all this before. It's a ring light. I need to charge it. Oh no, it lights up, see? That's on low, medium, high. I had to do a voice of the high. So anyway, you put this on your phone. Your phone goes right here, and then your camera's right there. So when you're making videos, it's not dark. I got this at some shop for $14 or $15, $16, but they sell these on Amazon. They are the ring lights that attach to your phones. So if you make videos, there you go. All right, so I bought this one. This is so cute. This says 1 pound pure honey. Isn't that cute? I mean, I don't eat honey, but I think that's so cute. I like these big mouth ones because you can put a lot of stuff. These little jars like this I will use because I'll use this to make oils, or this is a good amount to make dressing. I do make my own homemade salsas, so this is a good container to make salsa because it's just enough. Not sure, because I recycle my jars, like, you know, the salsa, the paste or whatever, or the Tostitos or the other jars, and I use those, but I'm just saying. Then I bought this one. This one was, how much was this one? $4.99. Look how beautiful she is. She's like a freaking goddess, right? That's my neighbor outside, neighbor Dean. He's building something. I don't know, he probably chopped down a tree in his yard. He's a carpenter, like, I swear. That's not what he is by profession. He's a probation officer. But he comes from a family of carpenters. He's always out there building shit. I'm like, did you go knock down a tree and build something? I had some extra wood. And I just decided to make a whole picnic table. I'm like, shit, I can't even get my husband to change the air conditioner filter. Anyway, we're not talking about that. And this cute. So this comes off here. There you go. So what I thought about doing in this one, I thought about making like an oil, like a goddess oil, right? But then I'm like, who is that outside? I'm so noisy. I'm so nosy because I can hear the noise that they're, oh, it's somebody for him. He's explaining something. All lies. Whoever the man is who came to see him. I'm so why can't I say this word? Nosy. I keep saying, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Okay. So I thought about making a goddess oil, but then I think, what would I use the goddess oil for? Because I have my Santa Muerte, and I have some stuff that I make her, but I was gonna make her something and put it on her altar. But you guys know who work with La Santísima Muerte. She's like, honey, I'm not sharing my altar with nobody. No little fake woman, no freaking teddy bear. I ain't having it. Shoot, I'll come back and this will be broken in two. So I'm like, no, that's not gonna work. So I'm not really sure. I don't use any goddess oil like this. Like, I don't use goddess oil in anything. I have my different higher powers that I'm a devotee to, but I use the stuff that I make, or I put in a spray bottle. And I don't use oils on my other ones, but I couldn't pass it up, right? She's so pretty. I will find a purpose, just not sure what. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. Okay, and then I repurposed these. This is that apple juice. You guys know, I don't know what the name of this apple juice is. It's like the best tasting apple juice. One of y'all know. Y'all will tell me right now, and I don't know. Anyway, so Marcellini's. I'm not really sure. But anyway, this is, I think it's like $5 for this apple juice. It is so good. But this little swamp water mixture, I made this for my La Santísima Muerte. This is her special mixture of smells so good. I made her own little spray. I put this into a spray bottle and I spray her altar down, and when I'm cleaning her weekly, once a week I clean her just to get all the incense dust and stuff like that off of her. I spray her down and I clean it with that, and it smells so good. I made a video, I think it's on here somewhere on my channel, the water that I made for her. I'm not sure. You'll have to scroll down and look, but I think it's there. Anyway, so I saved those jars because I do buy that apple juice. And then I buy the baby apple juice like this. It's the same brand. And this is a rose quartz oil that I made. And this is just enough. I normally don't make like any type of like love oils unless I have a purpose. But I was making a video, and so when you make oils, make sure you put what it is and the date. I have learned the hard way. Like, what is this that I made? I have that one. So these, like I said, these were $1.99 apple juice. Sometimes you can get it for 99 cents at the dollar store. But the jars are so super cute. I have one of these jars downstairs, these bottles downstairs with my sesame seeds. And I have it in my Lazy Susan. So when I'm eating different types of whatever I'm eating, I want sesame seeds, I just pour it right out. Then I bought this one at Goodwill some time ago. And this one I have rain water. I have a fancy label maker that I bought some time ago, and I keep forgetting that I have it. And it's really cool. We had one at work, and you know, she was labeling everything. You know, like, you know, when I was working at the hospital, I'm like, I want none of those in my life. And so yeah, I bought one. It's pretty cool. Not necessary, but cool. But anyway, I have rainwater in here. This one I also bought at Goodwill for 99 cents. No, $1.50. I take that back. And this was not at Goodwill. This was at another thrift store. This one I bought, this one was 50 cents. I bought this one at this little shop. I love this color blue. Cobalt blue. Isn't that pretty? Beautiful. Then I buy little perfume bottles. I go to, if you look back here, I might take you back there in a minute to see. In that little shelf, I have a lot of little perfume bottles that I bought. I went to this little antique shop, and they had a lot of perfume bottles. And they were only $1 each. And I went in, I bought a bunch, brought them home, and I had to boil these things like, oh my God, over and over and over. Because that old lady perfume smell was not getting out. These are so cute, right? So for me, when I make oils, realistically, this is what I need. Something like this small. I really don't need something, you know, like this big to make a particular oil that it's going to take me a long time. Even like this, as cute as this is, that's a lot of oil for something that I don't use that much of. So if I was to make like a love oil in this, that'd be perfect because, you know, I'm not going to need more than that. I don't do love spells. I don't like to do them. But every once in a while, if I have somebody who really needs one and asks me for it, then after I give them the whole lecture, then, you know, it's up to them. They want to still get it done. But I don't perform those type of things. I feel like it should come freely. All right. This is one that I bought at a Goodwill. this is why I say label it. I have no clue what this is. None. So this sludge is going to go down. Well, not down drain. I'm going to go throw this somewhere outside. Because this is, I don't think this is a water thing. This is, I mean, I think this is a water, not an oil. But I'm not sure what this is. So, and then I bought this one. I bought this one at Goodwill. Isn't that cute? Oh, I just love these colored, these colored little bottles. This one was 99 cents. This one is my 50 cent. This is my 50 Shade Me oil. Yep, that's what I said. 50 Shade Me oil. You know, like when you want somebody to 50 shade you. We're grown, guys. You know what that means. Bow, chicka, bow, bow. I made a video for my coven showing how to make this. So that's why I have this. Isn't that cute? It smells good. Okay. That's not one that you would want to just be like, I want you to snuggle with me more. I want you to take long walks on the beach with me. No, this is like, look, just get in that room and take off your clothes. Don't talk. Don't ask me questions. Don't ask me why. Just do it. That's what this oil is. 50 Shade Me oil. This cute little jar, I also got it Goodwill. This is a dark hexing oil that I made. So, unfortunately, I do use a lot of dark oil. I mean, hey, if somebody's going to drive you to that point, don't sit here and say, oh my God, I would never make a hexing oil. I would never make a dark oil. I don't question why some people buy weapons that are the same weapons that they get in the military. I don't know what's going on in your life that you need such a big, you know, let me just get this bazooka and go answer the door. I don't know why you need one of those big things in your life. I don't know. I'm not judging. If that's what you want to have, go right ahead. So, yes, this is my hexing oil. And I don't just do for myself. I do for my friends and family who need help. So, that one. Then I bought these cute little jars or bottles at Goodwill some time ago. I actually have a few of those and I keep them up there. You see right here? I have a yellow one, another pink one, and another blue one like this. And some of them are missing corks, but I did find that you can get corks like this at the craft store. Those are cute. Now, these little jars, I bought these at the dollar spot at Target for $1. They were $1 or $2, I think. No more than $1 or $2. This is High John the Conqueror root oil, which I do use a lot of when I'm doing anything that I want to attract into my life. You know, peace, wealth, prosperity, good luck, abundance, wealth, success. And then this one is my pine oil. My pine needle oil. There's another word missing. My pine needle oil. And this oil you use for the same thing that you would use High John the Conqueror root oil. You could use this for any of that. Ooh, this smells very woodsy. I do like to use pine needles. Pine needles are great to use. You could use a dried pine needle. You know how dried pine needles are so long? You can just get one and light it to clear the air of any negativity. And you have to watch it because it burns really quick. So light it like you would an incense and then let it burn to clear off the room before you start doing any of your workings. You could break it all up like this. You can put in your favorite carrier oil. You can add anything else you want to this that you're going to, depending if you're going to use this to rid if you're going to use this to like rid negativity, because you just want peace and prosperity peace and tranquility into your home. You can use pine needles for, like I said, a variety of things. I'm just saying if you were trying to use it in that sense. But I did this because I like it for to attract money. All right. Then I repurposed these. You know, sometimes you go to these magic shops, or you go to wherever and you buy these little bottles of essential oils. This one is lavender. Okay. I bought this for a whopping $4. I bought this at the powwow a year ago, and I used it all, right? So there was just a tad bit left in there, just a couple of drops. So I went and bought my own lavender essential oil. No, that's not what I did with this one. I take that back. This one I bought, it was full, and I took some lavender buds and I added my lavender buds to it. I have some sage that I bought that was completely empty, but the container still smelled like sage oil. So I bought some more essential oil, sage essential oil. And what I did is I made sage oil that I used for money. So I just took a couple of drops of the essential oil, put it into the empty container, and added some loose sage in there. And I made my own version of sage oil, not essential oil. You understand? Like this says lavender oil, but it's like an essential oil. So I could use this to put into other oils if I'm making other things. My sage oil that I made, it's for money. I know it's confusing because it's confusing for me to say it, but I know what I mean in my head. So, but you can repurpose this, is what I'm trying to say. If this was just lavender essential oil. Once this is all gone, I will definitely make more lavender oil. Either purchase some more essential oil, put like 1 or 2 drops with my favorite carrier oil, and then I will put loose lavender buds and make my version of lavender oil that I can use in my spells, but not as an essential oil. Does that make sense? Okay. These little bottles I buy at the magic shops. You can get a whole bunch of these on Amazon, like really cheap. I get them for 99 cents. This is my black pepper oil. I use this maliciously. It has like 1 peppercorn, black peppercorn in here, and just regular black pepper with carrier oil. So what I'm saying is, like, sometimes, like for me, this is perfect. Just this size right here. Now I'm going to be eventually I'm going to be selling spell kits, guys. I know some of y'all have been asking me to purchase some of my things. I'm going to be making spell kits, and in my spell kit you will receive a little jar like this of an oil. If I'm going to make a spell kit, let's just say for a hexing spell kit, and somebody wants that, then you'll get a little oil, a little container like this. I keep dropping everything because these hook our nails. A little bottle like this, along with whatever you need to create that spell. All right, those are all my bottles that I have that I want to show y'all. I just have bottles kind of throughout the house. I have them up here that I made, stuff with. And sometimes also, like, I use grapeseed oil a lot. And this might be something that I'm thinking I'm going to do. I go to Sam's and I buy at Sam's Warehouse, right? And you can buy the big thing of grapeseed oil. Now, I use grapeseed oil a lot when I'm making money oils. Anything to do with money, peace, prosperity, wealth, abundance, any of those type of spells that I want to attract something, I use grapeseed oil. You can use grapeseed oil for so many things. You can use vegetable oil if that's all you have. But what I'm saying is they sell great big ones at Sam's. Grapeseed oil, vegetable oil, olive oil. So if you are a person that uses a lot of oil in your spell work, you could buy, like for me, I'll probably go buy a big thing of grapeseed oil and fill this up and then label this grapeseed oil. Put this up here so I can have some up here for my magical purposes and uses. And then have my grapeseed oil downstairs to cook with, because those carrier oils are also great to cook with. So, you can definitely use bottles like that for in this case. So that might be a way that I can use these too. But that big moonshine bottle, I'm not sure I would ever find a reason to use it, but it's beautiful. I like to collect bottles. All right, so I just wanted to show y'all that. I hope y'all liked all of my bottles. And you don't have to get any fancy things like this, but I'm just saying we all go to Goodwill, we all go to thrift stores, we all find bottles, and we look at it as witches and we think, I could do something with that. I mean, you can come home and do all kinds of things with it. I just recommend that if you're going to make an oil, a magical oil, stick to something small if you're only using for that one or two things. You know, like I said, making an oil this big, this rose quartz oil, you can use rose quartz oil a lot. I mean, for different things you can use rose quartz oil for, but this is too much for me. It's too much. So for me, I would need to use, you know, maybe some like this size, you know, unless it's something you use a lot of. Bang, shaka, bang, bang. I'd be like, come on, Derek, let's go downstairs. I'd be like, for what? You know what for? Come on. All right, TMI. Anyway, okay, so that's all I wanted to show y'all. I hope y'all like this video. As always, love y'all all, and blessed be. Bye, guys.